Hey everyone! This is just a quick video tutorial of how to achieve that other ending. What I consider the best ending for the quest Wicked Eyes, Wicked Hearts, if I'm not mistaken that's what it's called, in Dragon Age Inquisition, which we streamed yesterday. Unfortunately, I was only able to get the ending where Empress Celene is alone on the throne, instead of her being reunited with her former lover, Briala, the Elven ambassador. So this quick video is just going to show you what we should have done, because we missed one important choice, dialogue option, towards the end, which resulted in us kind of like failing to get that special ending. And in our next stream, we will continue off from that point. So here it goes. Okay, so we are at this point here in this courtyard where we have this beautiful statue, and we are about to go back to the grand ballroom with 98 court approval and speak with Cullen. Oh, whoops, I totally forgot about this room. But all we have to do here is to loot this chest. And this door, this big door here, will lead to the grand ballroom.
Does anyone have a report?
I'll just let the cutscenes play out so that this video can be a little bit longer than 2 minutes. Here we have Duchess Florian with her brother, Duke Gaspard.
Thank the Maker you're back. The Empress will begin her speech soon. What should we do?
And as we did during the stream yesterday, I'll talk with Florian, which will publicly expose her crimes to the court, avoiding further bloodshed so we don't have to fight her.
Wait here, Cullen. I'm going to have a word with the Grand Duchess.
What? There's no time. The Empress will begin her speech any moment.
We owe the court one more show, Your Grace.
Inquisitor.
I'll tell her the same thing. Everyone is watching. Smile.
The eyes of every noble in the Empire are upon us, Your Grace. Remember to smile. This is your party. You wouldn't want them to think you had lost control.
Who would not be delighted to speak with you, Inquisitor?
She's backing away.
I seem to
That
recall
just
you
looks
saying,
so funny.
all I needed was to keep you out of the ballroom long enough to strike.
Oops.
When your archers failed to kill me in the garden, I feared you wouldn't save me this last dance.
Yeah.
It's so easy to lose your good graces. You even framed your brother for the murder of a council emissary.
We knew that.
It was an ambitious plan. Celene, Gaspard, the entire Council of Heralds, all your enemies under one roof.
This is very entertaining, but you do not imagine anyone believes your wild stories.
That will be a matter for a judge to decide, cousin.
Uh-huh.
Gaspard? You cannot believe this. You know I would never...
Bye.
Gaspard?
What, you thought he wouldn't turn his back on you? Okay, so during the stream we chose this option, but I want to be able to judge her this time. And I feel like, yeah, even if I have that part of me that wants to shock the crowd, I also just want to be merciful and see what judgment should be rendered towards her. Let's have a think. Let's think about it first, and let's judge her in our throne.
You lost this fight ages ago, Your Grace. You're just the last to find out.
Oh no. She feels so defeated.
Your Imperial Majesty, I think we should speak in private, elsewhere.
Right.
Your sister attempted regicide in front of the entire court, Gaspard.
You're the spy master. If anyone knew this atrocity was coming, it was you.
You don't deny your involvement.
I do deny it. I knew nothing of Florian's plans. But you knew it all and did nothing.
Stop blaming each other.
I don't know which is better. That you think I'm all-seeing, or that you're trying so hard to play innocent and failing.
Enough. We will not bicker while Tevinter plots against our nation. For the safety of the Empire, I will have answers.
I am going to tell her that Briala helped stop Florian. That will help them reconcile. Use the evidence gathered about Gaspard to support Briala.
I wouldn't have caught Florian in time without Briala's help.
You were working together.
Of course.
And we could select this one. And Gaspard was making threats. But I think this one is the better choice. We have Gaspard's orders. That was the first one that
We have the notes to your
collected
general ordering
yesterday.
him to move troops covertly into the palace grounds.
It was a defensive choice. I expected betrayal here, just not by my own sister.
Keep talking, Gaspard. Eventually, you'll convince somebody.
And that he also hired mercenaries.
His own mercenary captain will confirm that Gaspard brought hired thugs into the palace for an attack.
Mercenaries. So much for your chevalier honor, cousin.
We could say that he made threats. Because he didn't really murder the emissary, if I'm not mistaken. Florian was the one who framed him for that.
And of course, he made death threats to the Council of Heralds. Briala found all of this out for your sake, Celene.
In light of overwhelming evidence, we have no choice but to declare you an enemy of the Empire. You are hereby sentenced to death.
And this is the main point that I was talking about earlier, and also during at the end of yesterday's stream. This is the point, the deciding point that we missed yesterday. We have to choose what about Briala's reward instead of no spare Gaspard's life, because I had thought that usually when we choose this upper left option in the dialogue wheel, we just ask questions instead of deciding for someone. But I guess I should have paid more attention to this one. This thing on top that says try to convince Celene to let Gaspard live, which means that it is a vital choice. And for this one, it says Gaspard is executed, but attempt to reconcile Celene and Briala, and that is exactly what we want for this playthrough. What about Briala's reward?
I think Ambassador Briala deserves some reward for uncovering all this.
I can scarcely believe you did all this for me.
Celene.
Oh. Sorry, Gaspard. I had no choice.
Thank you, Inquisitor, for all your efforts tonight.
I wanted to keep him alive.
I owe you my life, and Orlesian owes you its future.
But unfortunately, there is no way to do that, to have them both reconcile
You have done
and
so
keep
much
Gaspard alive.
For my people and for us.
We won't forget this.
I was glad to help the both of you. Oh, sweet.
It was my pleasure. The two of you deserve to be happy.
That's
We
true.
truly are. Come, stand with us, Inquisitor. We must give the good news to the nobility.
Yay!
Lords and ladies of the court, this is a night for celebration. Those who sought to poison our empire with treason have been brought to justice.
Woohoo.
It is a new age for Orlesian. We shall build a world in which all men and women live in harmony.
That's
Let
right.
the cornerstone of change be laid. I introduce the newest member of our court, Marquise Briala of the Dales.
Woohoo! Congratulations, Briala!
This is not just a victory in Halam Shiral, or within the Empire, or even for elves alone. This is a triumph for everyone! Over 1,000 years ago in the Valerian fields, elves and humans together defeated the Imperium.
Yeah, know your
We can do
history.
so much more now. We are greater than our ancestors ever dreamed.
Clap, clap,
Together,
clap.
we will start by saving our world from the enemy who took the divine and tore the sky apart.
Yes! This is an achievement for all of us, elves and humans alike.
This evening proves what we can accomplish through cooperation.
We are already tracking these Tevinter agents. Soon they'll have no place to hide.
Yeah, watch
But
out,
that is tomorrow.
Corypheus.
Tonight, we celebrate our newfound fellowship. Let the festivities commence!
Yay! Okay! That was the perfect ending, wasn't it? Well, that is just my opinion.
The Orlesian nobility make drunken toasts to your victory, and yet you are not present to hear them. Do you tire so quickly of their congratulations, Inquisitor? 'Tis most fickle, after all your efforts on their behalf.
Well, it's good to see you, Morgan. I need a breath of fresh air.
Everyone suddenly wants to talk to me. You, at least, I'm glad to see.
Then I have happy news, as you shall be seeing a great deal more of me.
Oh,
By
right.
imperial decree, I have been named liaison to the Inquisition. Celene
Okay.
wishes to offer you any and all aid, including mine. Congratulations.
Good for us. Why do you want to join the Inquisition?
I had no idea you were interested in joining the Inquisition.
The assignment has been given to me, regardless of my personal interest. Celene knows you face an opponent who wields great magical power, which is far more important than her own curiosity. You will require my knowledge if you are to defeat such magic.
Perhaps,
Regardless,
perhaps.
Corypheus is a threat to Orlais and to myself. Thus, I am not opposed to the appointment.
What can you do?
What skills do you have that would benefit us?
I have knowledge which falls beyond the realm of most mages. I suspect this is also true of Corypheus, thus it behooves you to add to your arcane arsenal, yes?
I agree.
Mundane knowledge will not bring the rift in the sky to a close, after all.
And this is just this is a bit insulting, but okay, let's ask her. Are you a blood mage? And this is what I was talking about earlier. I usually come across this sign here when I'm asking questions, and they don't really make choices for me. Like, it's not like a vital choice, it's just a question. So I was kind of like put off by that earlier.
When you say knowledge beyond the realm of most mages, do you mean blood magic?
I know many obscure, forgotten, and forbidden arts. Some of it you might consider blood magic, yes? Should thought of that frighten you, allow me to offer reassurance. Knowledge alone does no harm. What I possess, I place at your disposal to make use of or ignore as you desire.
Okay, welcome aboard then.
Welcome to the Inquisition, Morrigan.
A most gracious response. I shall meet you at Skyhold.
See you later. Don't be jealous, Josie.
Is everything all right? You look troubled.
We can tell her that it's been a long night.
I'm just worn
It's
out.
so tiring to
Tonight
put
has
up with
been
stuck-ups.
very long.
It was a tumultuous evening, but Orlais is safe now. It was worth the struggle.
That is true.
Is there anything I can do? Can I get you anything? A drink, perhaps?
Oh, that's really sweet, but all I need is a dance with you.
Would you care to dance with me, Lady Josephine?
I would love to, my lady.
Aww. Isn't this the most romantic thing? I love this scene. I wish it could have been longer. Okay, so now this is just that scene where a revered mother comes to visit the Inquisition to tell us that
the matter is
she
urgent,
wants
Lady Josephine.
Cassandra and
I am well
Liliana
aware of that, revered mother.
to
We
vie
will need
for
them to return to Val Royeaux as soon as possible. There are
the,
ceremonies, ordinations. Maker's mercy.
the
That's quite
divine
impossible
hood.
at the moment. However, I will see to this matter as soon as possible.
My Lady Inquisitor,
Hello.
please, may I have a word with you?
How can I help you, revered mother?
How may I assist you, revered mother?
With the political turmoil put to rest, our minds turn to a single question. The next divine. We cannot answer it without the left and right hands of Divine Justinia V.
I have already told you, revered mother. Lady Liliana and Seeker Cassandra cannot be spared from their duties.
But surely with the support of the Empire, the Inquisition will not be harmed by the loss of just 2 souls.
They're two of our most prized members of the Inquisition. You can't just take them away from us. Why do you need them?
Why do you need Liliana and Cassandra?
They were Her Holiness's most trusted advisors. They represent her legacy, her hopes for peace in Thedas. They could rally the Grand Clerics to follow as no candidate from the clergy has been able to.
You think very highly of them, which is
You must
something
think
that I
very well of
agree
them to
with.
suggest such a thing.
Lady Liliana and Seeker Cassandra were Justinia's most trusted friends and advisors. Our late divine is still held in high esteem. To honor her, the Grand Clerics might support one of them as successor.
How long would they be gone? They have
How
a
long
job
does the
to
Chantry need
do.
them?
Several months, at least. If one of them is crowned divine, she would not be returning to the Inquisition.
Okay, that would be such a great loss for the Inquisition. I'd have to let them decide, okay? I can't decide for them.
Liliana and Cassandra would have to make that decision for themselves.
And they certainly will, at a later date. The Inquisitor has only just returned and has important
Yeah,
business
let me
to attend.
rest.
You must
That was
excuse
such
us, revered mother.
An exhausting ball. Okay, see you later, revered mother.
Don't let them detract from your victory at Alamshiral.
We'll get
We've
back to
beaten
you
his
at a
wardens
later
and
date.
stopped his intrigues. Soon, Corypheus will have no place to hide. Cullen is hoping to press our advantage. We'll plan our next attack when you're ready.
Okay. And that's it. That was the special ending that I consider to be the best one and the most heartwarming one. Well, let me know what you guys think, what you peeps think about the endings, the different endings of the Wicked Eyes, Wicked Hearts quest in Dragon Age Inquisition. Which one is the most favorite and which one is your least favorite? Also, I will be linking in the description to some sort of a guide that I found yesterday after the stream, which if I had read that before doing the quest, I wouldn't have made so many mistakes. So if you're considering replaying or playing Dragon Age Inquisition for the first time, I hope that you give that guide a peek because it's very helpful. If I'm not mistaken, Wicked Eyes and Wicked Hearts are is the longest for me. It felt the longest quest in the game, and it's also the most exhausting and stress-inducing anxiety-inducing because of the many choices and many possible endings, and that makes it more likely for you to make a couple of mistakes if you run it blind. So it's definitely better if you prefer, if you're like me and you always want to get the best ending, it is much better if you turn to a guide first. Just skim through it and see a couple of pointers that will help you get the best ending for you, whether you are more about the loot or you'd like all three factions to work together, which is the most practical thing to do, I guess, or you're more of a hopeless romantic and you want Briala and Celene to rekindle the relationship. Well, I guess I am the latter. But, well, once again, thank you for sticking with us here at bunnhop. I hope to see you again the next time we stream Dragon Age Inquisition. Goodbye. Until then, see you next time. Take care. Good night.